Okay, welcome Plexus with Purpose team. Thank you for joining this call. We're going to do some training here for about 45 minutes, and I'm going to just go through some quick things about getting started with your Plexus business, and then at the end we're going to have some time for question and answer. And we're going to do these one-on-one trainings twice a month. So starting next month, I'll have one for kind of the Arizona time zone people, and then I'll have one for the more Indiana, Illinois, and further east time zone people, since you guys are 2 and 3 hours different time zone. But anyway, we just want to get you guys all on the same page and make your Plexus journey as easy as possible. You're going to have to put some work in it to be successful, but you know, we're just trying to kind of come up with a way to teach you guys all to be on the same page with getting started and compliance and different things. And so you'll note that at the top of my team page, which is Plexus with Purpose team page, there's going to be some trainings. They're tagged at the top of the page, and it's a weekly training. So you can get on there and just watch a video a week or a video a night, however fast you want to do it. But it's going to show you different methods of just getting your business started or getting the process starting of sharing Plexus with your friends and family, and some great tips on there. That was written by a Diamond Ambassador, Jen Hopkins. So you'll see that at the top of my page and some of our other team leaders on this team. So I encourage you to just check out those videos. And when you sign new ambassadors yourself, you know, when you have your own team growing, you want to be tagging or sending that in a private message, that the weekly videos, so that they can be kind of catching on board what you're doing and duplicating what you're doing. So then we're going to do this call, twice a month. So we'll do like a Arizona time zone, and then we'll do a Eastern, Central time zone call. So like one will be at 9 o'clock at night Arizona time, one will be around 8:30 or 9 o'clock Eastern time. That way it's more convenient. We're not doing it in the middle of everybody's dinner. The first thing I want to say, one tip of getting plugged in to make sure that you're on board with all the information and stuff, is to, first of all, you have the success kit, hopefully. Those are the new things that are mailed out. It comes in a box, and it has note cards and books and all kinds of great training tips to get you started as well. I encourage you to familiarize yourself with the products and the great tips that are in that success kit. The other thing that we want to make sure that you are on is our team pages. I know we have a lot of different team pages, and sometimes people get a little overwhelmed because it's a lot of different team pages. You have Plexus with Purpose, which is my team page. You have Perfectly Plexus Dream Team, which is Christine Weir's page. She's my sponsor. She's almost diamond. She has great training and tips on there as well. And then there's Blessed by Plexus page, which is our diamond upline, Susie, and her husband, his emerald, Chris McCall's page. A wealth of information on there as well. And of course, the Testimonies by Blessed page is great for just looking up different testimonies and sharing those with people. So you want to make sure you're on all of those pages, as well as your upline and your sponsors, if they have a page. It's a lot of pages, but if you're overwhelmed by it, you can always turn off notification and just go to the pages when you want to. But I encourage you to check out those pages, because when I first joined Plexus, that is really where I got, I don't know if that's me making the noise. That's really where I got a lot of my training and learned a lot, like with videos and stuff. And if you look on those team pages above or right below the cover photo, there's a little button called Files, and if you click on Files, there's lots of information on there too as well to learn. Like if you're just looking for the ingredients of Plexus, or what the ingredients do, or about the compensation plan, different things, those are under Files, so you can quickly reference those. You can also Google stuff too. I mean, Google images Plexus ingredients, and you'll find a little image there to share with people or to educate yourself. So sometimes it's just a matter of going to your computer and finding stuff yourself. If you're not finding stuff yourself, definitely contact your sponsor, the person that signed you up with Plexus, because they can help answer questions for you. And if they're not available, then go to the next sponsor up. And we're all here to help you. To me, it doesn't matter what level you are. I'm always happy to help you, but you want to make sure you're kind of checking up the options, getting help from the people that are closest to you and that are really wanting to help you succeed. So Facebook team pages, that's really good. Another way to get started with Plexus is also the three-way calls. If you haven't already had a chance to have a phone call with your sponsor and their upline, that's a really great way to learn about the opportunity with the business. You can learn a lot just from listening to their journey, and have some good tips for you to get started as well. So I encourage the three-way calls with the sponsor and their upline. You guys can set some goals. A good thing to do if you're doing a three-way call with your ambassador, your new ambassador, you want to establish some goals on, what they want, what their purpose of joining Plexus is. Is it just to have better health? Is it to, maybe, make enough money income back that they can start paying for their products? Is it more than that? They want to make their car payment or their house payment. Just find out what their goals are and try to shoot for how you're going to meet those goals in the first month or two that they've started Plexus. So those are really valuable things to do. Another thing to do is to make a list of 100 people or more that you want to reach out to about Plexus, either about the business or just the products in general. You can think in your head, like, who's somebody that is really outgoing and passionate about things that they believe in, or maybe who has a network marketing background, or maybe they don't have any of that. It doesn't take a certain personality type to be successful at Plexus. That's the great thing about this. There are diamond ambassadors with Plexus that are very shy, not social at all, but they're doing great with Plexus. So it really is the kind of thing where anybody can be successful with it. So don't limit people to what you think they can or can't do. And the thing about Plexus, a lot of people just start out with being afraid to reach out to people, being afraid to talk to people or bring it up. But I have found that, it really does make a huge difference. We've seen a lot of growth on this team because a lot of our ambassadors have made that decision to be bold and to reach out and message their friends about Plexus, about the opportunity, and they've had explosive growth on their teams and are having great success. I'll just tell you a little bit about my journey because I didn't really do that when I started. When I joined Plexus, I thought I'm just going to join because it's cheaper. I had no intentions of selling it. I'd never sold or done any network marketing before. But, I thought, well, if the products, and I knew because I'd watched my friend for 10 months post about Plexus, but I thought if it worked for me, I could share it maybe with a few friends and get it cheaper. That's really all I ever thought that it would be. And now I am this month going to be very close to promoting to Emerald, which is the third from the top of the company. And so it's been an unexpected business, an unexpected blessing. And I'm a firm believer that if I can do it, any of you can do it. And I totally believe in all of you that you can if it's something you want to pursue. I think all you have to do really is just share your journey, share your personal story. You don't have to be a salesperson to do Plexus. You just need to be a sharing person, willing to share what the products have done for you and what the business is doing for you. I feel like with my journey, a lot of it has just been passion. I loved the products from the beginning. I took a selfie of, that's something else I'll recommend you guys do if you're looking to lose weight with this. Take a selfie, a picture of yourself in a unflattering t-shirt and tight jeans, and maybe you just keep that picture to yourself, but if you put it out there, you're going to inspire people, you're going to show them your journey, and in my case, that's helped me build a business. So it was totally worth it to get out of my comfort zone and share that picture, because it has inspired a lot of people to be able to do the same thing. So I would encourage you guys to do that. Um, let's see what else. The thing about me is when I posted on Facebook, I just thought I'll just let Facebook come to me. I'll let people come to me and ask me about Plexus. And I was very fortunate in that a lot of people did ask me about Plexus. A lot of people hadn't ever heard of it. And you guys are with friends and family that haven't ever heard of it either. So, but I did not really reach out in the beginning. I just kind of let them all come to me. And I really wish that I would have reached out in the beginning, because if you'll listen to diamond documentaries and other diamonds and jewels in Plexus, a lot of them really have had a system of reaching out and making their list of 100 people. Now, I know that when you sit there and you think 100 people, I don't know 100 people. A lot of people say that. But if you really do a Franks list, which is FRANKS list, that stands for friends, relatives. I always forget what the A stands for. Neighbors, kids.
Acquaintances.
Thank you. Acquaintances. I don't know. I always want to say activities, probably because I have 4 kids and we're in every activity under the sun.
I think it says acquaintances or activities.
What's that?
It's acquaintance and activities.
Oh, it's both? Okay, yeah. Thank you. Good. So I wasn't completely wrong. Okay. So anyway, if you look at that list, it kind of gives you a little, and that's in our success kit guide. Gives you an idea of how to come up with more people, and you actually figure out that you know more people than you think you do. Look at your old address book, if anybody still has an old address book, your Christmas card list, your Facebook list. That'll help you brainstorm a lot of people. And speaking of Facebook, one tip that I just don't want to forget to tell you is be adding friends to your Facebook. Be sure you're adding friends a lot, all the time. I don't even remember how many friends I started out with on Facebook. That would have been really interesting to know. But now I have over 1,000 friends on Facebook. And some of those friends I really don't know that well. A lot of them are acquaintances of other friends. And that's okay. Most of our friends of friends are not going to be scary people that we don't want to be our friends. So use your judgment on that. But I've gotten ambassadors that way, people that I barely know, and they watched my journey and wanted up to be a part of that and get healthy. So definitely be adding to your friends list on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, that's a great way to get started, even if you're just starting your journey. I know a lot of people say, well, I want to wait and make sure that the products are working for me. I want to wait, make sure I have a big before and after picture. I want to lose 20 pounds before I put my picture out there. You can do that. You can wait, but I can tell you so many ambassadors say that's their biggest number one regret is that they didn't share it sooner. So we have seen a lot of Plexus ambassadors on this team who shared their journey from the get-go, from the very beginning, just like when they got their products, took a picture of their products on the kitchen counter and said, I'm starting this journey for better health. Who wants to join me? Or take a picture of them with the pink drink and say, have you ever heard of Plexus? Because most people are going to be like, no, and when people start commenting that way, you can reach out to them and you can say, well, would you like to learn more? Or they may just message you and say they want to learn more. So it's a good thing to just put it out there. And then, you want to share your personal journey. People are watching you. That's the reason they have Facebook. They wanted to see pictures of your family and activities and fun stuff that you're doing. And so when you're sharing about a product like Plexus, then people want to hear about it and they're interested. They're genuinely interested. So don't be afraid to share what's going on with you. And when I say what's going on with you, you can talk about that, you have more energy, or you're not as tired anymore, or you're not as cranky anymore, or, you slept all night last night and you can't believe it. Just even little tiny things like that, little nuggets, those are huge, huge things to other people, to moms especially. So it doesn't have to all be about weight loss. You want to educate your Facebook audience. You want to talk about gut health and just, our other products, the vitamins, the probiotic, things like that, just to kind of educate them like they've never heard of Plexus, because most of them haven't. So you want to avoid really salesy kind of things like join my team or just really cheesy picture things that you get on the internet. You want to be more personal, more genuine about your journey. Let's see. The other thing, and so along with posting on Facebook, we want to be really careful with compliance. Plexus does have a compliance department, and they are really starting to crack down because the FDA is really starting to crack down on what we can say and what we can't say. We are a supplement company. We're not a drug company. So we're not allowed to make medical claims. Like, we're not allowed to say, stuff about high blood pressure or diabetes or fibromyalgia, things that have a disease name that got diagnosed by a doctor. We really are not to be talking about that on Facebook. Even if it's been amazing for us, my husband has a great testimony on several issues, but we just have to be creative how we say it. We can say it without calling it the disease name. We want to stay away from words like pain and migraine. I think I've even heard we can't say headache, so we could say my head was always throbbing, maybe. Just want to be creative with it. And if you're not sure if it's compliant, you can always run it past your sponsor and see what they say. There have been cases of people getting suspended from Plexus for posting things that are not compliant. So it is something that they're serious about, and they're doing it just to keep our company just a company of integrity, and we don't want anyone saying that we're trying to make up false claims. I mean, even though our products are amazing and they help with so many different issues, the FDA they're not fans of supplement companies in general. So we just have to be careful with that, and again, just not make any big, bold claims that could be perceived as a medical claim. The other thing I would encourage you to do just starting out is to get business cards. That's something that I did in the very beginning. I ordered my business cards. You can get them super cheap. You can get like 1,000 of them for $40 from, I think it's myplexusstuff.com. You can get them on Etsy. You just want to make sure they're compliant too with the logo and that they're not saying stuff about diseases or anything like that on them. But business cards are a great thing to have because when you're out and about and you're talking about Plexus, just to be able to hand someone that card that has your website information on it is a really good thing. And when I started, I really gave away a lot of just the one stick Slims, the little sample just of the one, so that they could taste it and try it. And you wouldn't believe how many people, became my customer and or my ambassador after just tasting it once. They didn't need a 3-day or a 7-day trial. They just did it. And I even joined without tasting the pink drink, so it can be done. So I would just always have your business card and your samples with you in your bag, in your purse, to be ready. And one way that you can bring up the topic is to wear Plexus swag. T-shirts, cups, hats. There's lots of different places to get that stuff, and we can help you with that. But that's a great way to open up the conversation. People will say, what is Plexus? And they'll ask you about it. You really want them asking you. It's so much easier if you can have them asking you versus bringing it up yourself. But again, I encourage you to bring it up yourself and to reach out to your friends and your family, the people that you're close to. Another way you can do it too is even just send out like a little private message on Facebook, like send out 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 before you go to bed at night. If tomorrow morning 1 or 2 message you back, great. Some of them might ignore you. But the fortune is in the follow-up. Statistically, people have to be told, 7 to 14 times before you get a yes. So if you're only asking someone about Plexus or talking to them about it once or twice, statistically, they're not going to jump on board right away. So I would encourage you to follow up with people. You're really not bugging them. And you can even say that like in a little private message or a text, hey, I'm not meaning to bug you. I hope you don't think I'm pushy or I'm bugging you. And a lot of times when you say those words, I hope you don't think I'm being this, then they will want to respond to you because they want you to know they don't think you're being rude or pushy or any of those things. So that's a great way to just have a back and forth conversation. And it's great to always end your conversations with a question. That way they're more likely also to respond. I've had many ambassadors that I've had back and forth several times before they finally, and for several months before they finally joined. So just want to encourage you guys to do that. The last thing I want to share before we do some question and answers is know your why. Your why is what has caused you to want to join Plexus. And you know, in the beginning, it might just be, you know, to lose a little weight, or, you know, to get your products cheaper or better sleep or whatever it is. But know what that is. And you know, as you get more into Plexus and you start sharing it more and more, your why usually becomes a lot more involved, and can cause you to become a little more emotional about it. So I encourage you guys to really dig deep and realize what the opportunity really is, that Plexus can totally change your, improve your health as well as your finances. And the choice is really up to you. You know, Plexus can be as big or as small as you want it to be. But I just encourage you guys to go for it, because it's been an amazing, amazing journey for me in 14 months to have just started my journey 14 months ago. And then now I'm looking this month at promoting to Emerald. And it's truly humbling because I haven't done it myself. Oh, thank you for the whoop. Is that Nancy? But I haven't done this by myself. I have an amazing team, you guys, that are just joining. You don't even know, but these ladies on here are rock stars on our team that have been sharing passionately, and they want the same thing for you guys. I want nothing more than success for my team. I want you guys getting your Lexus, and you guys fulfilling your dreams and your hopes with Plexus. And I can tell you that it's totally possible for each and every one of you. So we're going to do about 15 minutes of questions, if you guys have that many questions.
Actually, I do have a question. So say one of my ambassadors orders before, you know, their backup orders due or whatever, their monthly. And so what they order, and if it's under 100, I don't get credit. So should they wait till they have to put on their orders so they can get over 100 VPs, or how does that work?
You're asking me if they should wait till they get 100, or what do you mean? Like,
yeah, like, okay, so I had an ambassador make an order, right? Before, she just wanted some, I think it was like block or something, an accelerator. And what if she doesn't meet her 100 when she does her backup order? Should she have waited, or does that add up all in 1 month?
So is she a new ambassador that just joined this month?
She joined last month.
Okay. So if it's a new ambassador that like just joined this month, you know, like say they just joined this month, they don't technically have to order anything this first month. They can, and they can get commissions on it because it's over and above their 100 welcome pack. Or they can wait till next month. But in your friend's case, your ambassador's case, if she joined last month, oh boy, it's echoing. Okay. Oh, okay.
Amber might have to take over.
So if she ordered this month or last month, she joined last month. This month, ideally, Plexus wants $100 to go through her website.
So if she ordered that, plus say like she goes in and does her monthly order and it's under 100, will it add up?
So if it's under 100, her backup order.
So say she had ordered, say like last week she ordered block and accelerator, and then when she's due to do her order, if she just does slim, does that add up, or is that two separate?
No, absolutely. Like,
okay,
she could order slim and accelerator, and then a week later, or just accelerator and block, and then a week later order slim. as long as it all adds up to 100 PV, well, but it has to add up to that by the 25th.
Okay.
Because the 25th, if there's not $100 in there, if there's $99 in there, then that backup order is going to ship. So then that would mean she spent like whatever 80, and then they're going to ship the 109. You know, so it's really better for her to go in and order the bag of Slim sometime before the 25th. That way she has 100 PV, and that way, because as long as you have 100 PV before the 25th, when the backup orders ship, as long as you have that, then that backup order is not going to ship. So it's really just like a just in case order, because like, for example, I know myself and Amber, neither one of us have ever had our backup order ship, because we always have ordered what we needed or what our family needed. And then once we got customers, you were always above 100. So you don't have to worry about the backup order shipping.
Yeah.
We have some people that just let the backup order ship, and that's fine. You can do that too. But if you've already ordered like 60 or 70 bucks, you might as well just go ahead and get up to 100 before that backup order ships, because if you're doing that, you're spending more.
So I guess my question is as well is, if she orders, say, like the bag of Slim before the 25th, do I get points because she's over 100 VPs, or do I get points no matter what she orders?
You get on ambassadors, you get points as long as they're just over 100 PV. It doesn't matter if they're 100 PV or if they're 1,000 PV. You're still going to get
total for the month, right?
For level 1 through 3. 5 points.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question.
I just didn't know if you had to order everything in one, sitting, or if you could order through the month.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, you can order. I mean, I think it's easier just to order everything you're going to need for the month, but certainly you can always add to that for sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And also just make sure she realizes that, Anna, if like she hit $100 and she's waiting for something from her backup order, make sure she realizes that won't come if she's hit the 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And it's really, like I encourage, on my team page, I do some contests for people that order over 100. Like if they join with the welcome pack and then they order over 100, I really encourage people to do that from the beginning, from the get-go, because what it means is you're sharing it. You're getting a customer, even if that customer is your husband or something. You're getting somebody in your house or a friend to order on your website, and that's just helping you right from the beginning get your products cheaper. So it's really to their advantage to be able to do that.
Okay, so one of my ambassadors, she wanted to get in, but she I don't think she did, but she had a question. I'm trying to figure out what she texted, so I'll just read it straight from the text.
Okay.
I do have a question on the ingredients. They are common in most diet products. What is the difference?
A question on the ingredients about what?
She just says, what is the difference?
What is the difference between Plexus and some other diet?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you can tell her is, first of all, Plexus is not really a diet. It's a health and wellness supplement company. And what makes us different, I would say, is that our products are plant-based, natural products. So you're not going to find a lot of artificial sweeteners. You're not going to find any artificial sweeteners. It's sweetened with stevia. You're not going to find a bunch of caffeine in our products. So you're not going to have jitters. And, that's the big, big difference, because a lot of other companies out there have a lot of that stuff in it. The other thing too, I believe that makes Plexus different is that we have measurable results. Like people's health is improving, and I just don't hear testimonies like that on other products. So I would ask her that, like, if you heard health testimonies on those other products, because that's something that definitely makes us stand alone. And then the third thing too is we have that 60-day money back guarantee. If they want to try it as a customer, they completely can get their money back, and that's pretty unheard of in this industry as well.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, good questions. I'm sure Jennifer has a question.
Not yet. I'm still getting the whole hang of everything. So
I know that when you first start, it's a little bit overwhelming. It's a lot of information to take in. One of the big false things that you'll hear running through your head is, I should know everything about everything before I share it. You know, like, shouldn't I know about all these products and all the ingredients? And the answer to that is you really don't. It's okay to learn as you go. You know, I definitely learned as I went, and I wasn't afraid to ask questions, and it's okay to ask questions. You know, like, if you're meeting with someone and they want to know, you know, what product should I take because I have this health issue, you know, say, hey, you know what, I don't really know completely for sure the answer on that, so I'm going to message a friend of mine that's been doing this a long time or whatever, and get some answers for you on what would be the best in their experience, you know. So definitely don't hesitate to ask us questions or to message us or text us or call us, because we're definitely happy to help all of you guys. And we don't know everything either. We still have to ask questions too. One thing I will go over, just because I know a lot of people on this call are new, is there are some key things that you want to be aware of. Like, if you have people, well, first of all, our philosophy after doing this now a year is, you know, the triplex is really the best thing to recommend for everyone. The triplex is going to help the most with gut health and blood sugar regulation and overall health. So I really believe everyone should be on it. And when I first started, some people just really wanted to do like Slim and Accelerator or Slim and Boost. And I let them. And I can't tell you how many of them came back to me and said, well, that didn't work for me. You know, they got frustrated because they didn't lose weight. And so what I've seen time and time again is well, first of all, the triplex just works. That's how I lost 40 pounds. My husband and I were on the triplex. The next product we ordered was the X Factor vitamin. I waited a good 4 months to start the accelerator. He never even started the accelerator until now, a year later. And he lost a ton of inches and a ton of weight. So it doesn't sound sexy to say I'm taking the triplex. It sounds sexier to say accelerator or boost, because it sounds like you're really going to lose some weight. But you can totally lose weight on the triplex. And along with that, you're going to have amazing health benefits, like such things we've heard reported as better sleep, you know, more energy, and you know, less anxiety, those kinds of things. So you're not only going to, you know, see it results in your waistline, but you're also going to see it results in your health. So I recommend the triplex for every single person first. And I want them to be on that for at least a couple of months before they start adding things. Block is a great product. It helps reduce or keeps the sugars and carbs from absorbing, blocks that absorption of fats to your body by 48%. And so block is a great thing if someone wants to add something a little sooner. I haven't seen it interact as much. I think that it's very effective for helping people lose inches. And it helps the blood sugar issues too. So block's a good one. On the like boost and accelerator, if you have someone that wants to do that, just make sure they're not, they don't have like thyroid disease, because they can have adrenal fatigue, especially with the boost and even the accelerator. Just have them check that out with their doctor first to make sure. The other people you want to be aware of on on boost and accelerator is high blood pressure or heart palpitations, things like that, because it does have caffeine in it. It doesn't have a ton of caffeine, but it has some. So, and I realize people drink Diet Coke and whatever, and they're used to caffeine, so maybe it won't even affect them. But I still would say, you might just want to get doctor's approval if you have these health issues before you go on accelerator or boost. And really, I'd really steer them into the direction of definitely the triplex, but also maybe block if they're just dying to try something extra. The other thing that people really need is the X Factor vitamin. I can't say enough good about that. That's amazing with the aloe vera ingredient in it, how it absorbs, helps you absorb the nutrients 400% more. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't we want a vitamin that is really working? So that's another really great thing to recommend to your customers and your ambassadors.
When's the best time to take accelerator, in the morning?
Yeah, I think accelerator is good in the morning or before you're working out if you're exercising. I don't think you want to take it at night. Definitely more of the morning thing. I think on the packaging it says take with food. And when I took it, I didn't take it with food and I did fine. But I think some people get a little jittery if they take it on an empty stomach. So that's why they said on the packaging, take with food. So you can, play with it and see what works best.
It upset my stomach when I didn't take it with food.
Did it?
So, yeah. Just FYI.
Mhm. Yeah, and you know what? That's the interesting thing too. That's why Plexus will never be on a shelf at Walmart, because they want the ambassador to work side by side with the person, because every body is different. I mean, some people, the cleanse helps them sleep really good at night. Some people, it keeps them awake at night, so they got to switch it to the morning instead of night. For me, it makes me sleep. I don't know. Different people, it affects people. Like the Mega X, that totally makes me sleep good, like a rock. My husband takes that thing in the morning.
What is Mega X?
Mega X is our omega. Like it's like a
Oh,
fish oil, but it's not fish oil. No fishy burps. Yeah.
I do have a question on when you take your bio cleanse and the probiotics.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit the max, which is what, 4 and 5 for probiotics and
Okay.
5 bio. When you do that for a week, and then it says to adjust, but how do you know what to adjust it to?
I think you just listen to your body on that. I'm a big believer in not reading the instructions on the bottle for the probiotic and the cleanse. Just my personal opinion. I like to start people really slow on that. I like to have them do 1 probiotic, 1 cleanse for at least a few days. And then up to, 1 probiotic, 2 cleanse for at least a few days. And then 2 and 2. And then 2 probiotics and like 3 cleanse. And then you might work up to even more than that. You're kind of going to know. Like if you're running to the bathroom, you may want to ease up on the cleanse. If you're constipated, you're going to want to increase the cleanse. And you kind of get to your own regimen, what feels good on your tummy. I don't like to throw a whole bunch at people, like take 2 and 2 and 2 in the morning and 2 at night all day long, because for me, I'm not going to remember it. That's why I take all of mine at night, the probiotic and the cleanse at night before bed, because otherwise I will forget. And plus I found it just seems like it just works better on my tummy. And then I wake up in the morning and I poop and it's all good. Being really personal, but everybody's got their own thing. For somebody else, it might be different. They might need to do it during the day. To each their own, but.
Right, but after you've hit the top, like the limit of how many you're supposed to take, it says to go back and adjust. You just kind of play with it.
What do you think, Amber? I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Personally, like I've never went back down with my dosage. Like I've always stayed. I take 4 probiotics with dinner and then 5 cleanse at night. Like I've just always stayed there. I've never felt the need to reduce it. So I mean, some people do go into maintenance. They want to reduce it back down. And I guess if you reduce it, just go back to how you're feeling. If you're feeling constipated, bloated, cravings, then increase it again.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people like she said, like I take 2 probiotics and 3 or 4 cleanse, depending. Maybe I should up my probiotics. I don't know. But I just have been comfortable with that ratio. It's worked for me. And I know, like, if I forget or skip it one night or something, my tummy is in a mess. So people ask me that, like, will you always be on probiotic and cleanse? And I'm like, yeah, because I feel so much better. I sleep good. I have energy during the day. I'm not bloated, so it's pleasant in the bathroom. So I like being on it every day. And I think you kind of find your regimen. Here's the thing. People will say to you, do I have to do this Plexus thing forever? And I say to them, well, the direction I was headed was Diet Coke and sugar and probably type 2 diabetes and cancer if I would have kept eating that way. So this has been a tool to help me make healthy choices. So why wouldn't I? I'd rather be addicted to Plexus than I would the junk I was feeding myself before. So, anyone else have questions on here? Everybody else is super quiet. No.
Suzanne gives it a thumbs up.
She's just laughing at me. We're a giggly bunch. All right. Well, I think that was good. Like I said, I'll be doing these twice a month. So definitely invite your new people to join in on the live Zoom. And then also, I did record it tonight, so people will be able to watch when they want to as well. So thanks so much. And unless we have any more questions, anyone?
I do have one question.
Okay, who's talking?
This is Karina.
Karina, yay, welcome.
Hi, I got to join.
Congratulations,
I have
our silver ambassador. Woohoo!
Thank you so much. I have a quick question. Somebody asked me, is this like Herbalife, the product? And I haven't got a chance to answer them on Facebook, but I wanted to get first an answer from you guys.
No.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, I think, and that was one of the questions we had at the beginning, and I know you got on a little bit late. Thing that's different, I don't know. The thing that's different about Plexus versus any other company, whether it's Herbalife or any of them, Isogenics, whatever, is going to be that Plexus's products are the most natural plant-based ingredients you're going to find. So, like, for instance, we don't have any artificial sweeteners in our products. The stevia is plant. We don't have, our products are not chock full of caffeine. Like the pink drink has a trace, minimal caffeine. So the energy you're getting out of our products, like our X Factor vitamin and our pink drink, that's all going to be natural products that are doing that. And so then the other thing that makes us different from any other brands is that, what was it? Now I've lost my train of thought. The natural ingredients. What'd you say, Amber?
Measurable results.
Measurable results. Yeah, that's like no brainer. Just the testimonies that you're going to hear about Plexus. I mean, I might listen for them. I keep waiting to hear if there's testimonies on other products, but there really aren't, because when you're addressing blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation, you're going to see, results on paper, lab results,
right,
stuff like that. So that's the big one. And then the third big one is that we have the 60-day money-back guarantee. And I really don't think many other companies offer that in this industry.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you for your answer. I really appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah, it's a good question, because you'll have a lot of that. People are like, oh, I'm doing this other thing,
Right. And because they look at it like something natural too, like Herbalife, they think it's all natural, but they really don't know the difference maybe. So that's good, the information you gave me.
Herbalife in particular, I know, like, they have little juice bar things, I think, right? Isn't Herbalife the one that has juice bars in the strip malls? And those have artificial sweeteners and lots of sugar and calories and things in their shakes. They're real big on the shakes. And, you know, some of the other companies like Beachbody, you know, they're really into meal replacement. And that's the beauty of Plexus, is that this isn't a meal replacement. The pink drink's not a meal replacement. You know, it's a tool to help you want to make healthy choices, which is half the battle when you're trying to get healthy or lose weight, is to have that tool. Is awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. All right, ladies. Well, I'm going to have to run my 13-year-old to baseball practice. So I want to thank you all for joining us and praying for your journeys, praying that you guys will find people that are open to hearing about Plexus, because we certainly know that the world needs what we have. So have a great night.